Madden Football brings you the divisional round of the NFL playoffs, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Jets and the Browns, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Straight ahead, we punch the second of 2 tickets to the AFC title game, and we've got a great one in store, as it'll be the New York Jets taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hello, everyone. As the postseason continues here on EA Sports, we're pleased to bring it to you. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And who has the edge here? You got one side that had some extra rest, but another comes in off a win last week in the wild card round.
And it's funny, depending on which team you are, you say that that's an advantage. You'll take the rest, you'll take the week off, get your guys healed up a little bit and ready to go. But that
For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And leading them out, their signal caller, now in his 4th season in the NFL.
And if he and his guys want to spring the upset here in the second round and move on, they've got to focus on the good that they did in the wild card victory. At the top of that list, protecting the football. Got a little careless last week. A few got away from it. Might not be so fortunate this time around. And if that's the case, they'll end up going home.
And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Here's 3rd and 10. They'll drop to throw. And the Browns' pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the first drive of the game stalls out, he's on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And it's fielded at the 34. Call that a 46-yard punt, though they did get 9 back on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their shifty mobile signal caller.
And he and his team, they were the beneficiaries of a first-round bye earned by a tremendous regular season. He'd been a little bit nicked up so he could use the rest, and I'm sure his teammates felt the exact same way. But now it'll be interesting to watch their first few drives in this one, because sometimes getting the rest is great, but sometimes you accumulate a little bit of rust as well. Maybe they come out flat, and they can't afford that in the postseason.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. Pushes past him. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. He'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he's got his man in stride, complete. Touchdown! A 20-yard touchdown.
And the Browns are on the board first here in this division round matchup.
Well, we knew they had the crowd on their side. Their defense has already made a stop, and now here's an opening drive touchdown.
Yeah, how about the defense making the stop, offense feeling their momentum that they've generated, and turning it into points on their side. So now you've got a team working together, and they've got the crowd involved fully on their side in this ball game.
And in this playoff atmosphere, that 12th man means even more. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Taken at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. And for them, maybe a little carryover from last week's game. They got the win on the road in the wild card round, on the road here again in the divisional round, but they're hanging to
Throw left side is intercepted.
and they will take over at the 29-yard line.
Certainly not his best throw that time, and not a good time to make it, Charles, when they were a nickel with 5 defensive backs on the field.
And that's exactly why you have those 5 DBs out there. You want extra speed on the field, guys who have ball skills and understand what the passing game can do, and gives them a chance to react and make a play on the football, and they take one of those away.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nice rhythm throw there on first down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. 2nd and 2. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, it doesn't take any great analysis. No jokes, partner, okay? All right, on this one. But we just know that we're going to see this as the game moves forward. There's going to be 2 guys on him on just about every snap.
It's kind of a dare to throw his way, but they have to keep throwing his way.
The benefits could be great. You throw it to a great receiver, he could come down with it anyway. Let's give credit to the defense. They got plenty of bodies to the point of attack and stop the run. But I just wonder if the offensive line let down a little bit, knowing that the big guy was getting the ball, and they just expected him to pick up a first.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Back to throw here.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he's going to pick up the Browns' first down. They only needed 1, but it ends up being a gain of 6 and moves the chains.
They'll set up a throw. He's got it.
And the Browns are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line.
And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Taking it in from 2 yards out.
And the Browns lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
And they just powered it in right there, Charles. 3 tight ends out on the field. The fullbacks for the defense, they knew what was coming.
They knew, but they weren't able to stop him. They knew they had to meet him with a little bit of force, but on that play, the big guys up front won the day.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. A drive that time of 6 plays. And it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run.
And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back, but make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. That one, a first down pickup of 8. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Gregory. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40.
This now a 3rd and 4.
Back to throw. That is caught. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 19.
You can almost hear the sigh of relief coming from their sideline and from their point on the field because this has been a tough start for them thus far. A much-needed first down there. They needed something good to happen. Plays like that will continue to help them dig out of this hole.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Browns D locked in on 3rd down. Brings up 4th.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen one touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
And this one is right down the middle. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point a drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Here comes the Browns offense back onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. And he comes back with one complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A busy first quarter. His 3rd catch of the afternoon is a first down. Up the middle they go. Blake. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
They'll come up 2nd and 7.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blake, and he'll get it down to the 47 here. That one, a first down pickup of 8. After one, a 14-3 ball game. On to the 2nd from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 47. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. 2nd down.
2nd and 10.
They'll set up to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Griffin. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Like what I see so far out of this defense, because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
And his kick is right there. It's good.
Wow, I mean, it's so rare to even see one attempted from that distance, CD, let alone converted, but he came through with confidence and matches what was Tom Dempsey's 43-year NFL record at one point of 63 yards.
Yeah, I can still see that highlight of Dempsey making that kick, and nowadays we see it a little bit differently because, remember, Dempsey was a straight-on kicker. But these guys nowadays, the range keeps increasing, and they keep putting it through the posts.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
2nd down and 8.
He'll look to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
The Jets on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. They're going to look to throw.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Browns defense has a touchdown.
Well, CD, we have seen it many times throughout the course of the season. This defense coming up large and snagging a big takeaway. But here they get not just the takeaway, 6 points as well.
And you just knew that for this team to advance, it had to get a big performance from this unit. And to this point, they've delivered.
Point after try forthcoming. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. A heck of a play there defensively, getting the interception, navigating his way into the end zone for the touchdown. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
And New York set to take the field. They trail early on the road in the playoffs. Not a great combination as they've got it 1st and 10. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line.
Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. And this one's incomplete.
That incompletion certainly slows things down a little bit and brings up a very important call for 2nd and long. What do? Run and try and get some yardage and make it 3rd and manageable? Or challenge the coverage again, hoping for a bigger gain?
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
That was a classic example of trying to run with the ball without securing the catch. He was thinking about those rack yards instead of making the catch first and then taking off.
It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They'll give him 4 yards there, and it'll be 4th down. Back to throw again. This is Hillman with it. And the broken tackle helps lead to a 1st down gain. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Jets are going to get the football here at their own 23. So the ball changing hands on the interception, but meanwhile here we do have an injury on the play. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23. 3rd down and 10.
They'll look to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And great field position coming up in the red zone at the 17-yard line.
He was under duress, surveying, trying to find somebody to get the ball out of his hands. In the meantime, the defense, they took it out of his hands.
And when the ball snapped, I know exactly what the defense is thinking. Get a sack, put him on the ground. But when you can also knock the ball free while doing so, oh, there's the bonus for you as a defender.
Cleveland offense making their way out. They've got the ball in a great spot here, already inside the red zone following that fumble recovery.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
He'll get 5 out of the keeper, but now it's 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
They'll look to throw here.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
For many people, that's not your standard play call in that 3rd down situation. But for so many offenses, they just want the ball in the hands of their playmakers in open space. And after he caught it, he did.
Touchdown, Browns! A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Browns continue to show why it pays to play at home in the postseason as they add on to their lead.
There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it's capped off by the Browns touchdown. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
And New York set to take the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure, and these sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he's going to go down. He backed up into the end zone, and this is going to wind up a safety.
4 sacks and a safety already. If you gave your coach those numbers in an entire game, he'd be ecstatic. Getting that type of production in less than a half of football, that goes beyond anything they expected coming in.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20.
Oh, my goodness. Now that is going to be out of bounds on the free kick. And that's a big mistake. The offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
For the Browns, good starting field position as they have it 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now a give right side. Blake takes this to the 45. Got a little space after that nice move. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. Now a give right side. Blake.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. Here's a 2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. He finds Hillman. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now.
He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
It's 2nd and 7 from the 9.
They'll look to throw again. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. And they'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he takes this one in for a Browns score. It's the fullback with his 2nd touchdown here in this 1st half.
And the Browns continue to pull away here in this 1st half.
And boy, that was a heavy set. I think they had 3 tight ends out there. The fullback, you knew what they were going to do.
Yeah, they weren't trying to fool anybody at all, were they? There was none of this show you heavy set, bootleg it out. Nah. Big guys up front, hand it to the big guy in the backfield.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the route is on here in this 1st half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And not a good return here at all as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. New York's offense back out there and set to go. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gregory. And able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the first down. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Trying to get something positive to happen here before the break, and they sure need it. They went for the big one, but it winds up incomplete.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Gregory. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Back to throw here. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. They'll set up a throw. And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack. And the defense coming through on 3rd down. A loss of 7 to bring up 4th. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup. As we'll send you down to Orlando and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. This 4th and final matchup on this divisional round weekend. We'll get back to you guys in just a moment. We'll start up at Highmark Stadium, just outside of Buffalo, where you see the final score there. The Bills are able to finish strong, and they are a top contender for a Super Bowl title as they wind up at 14-3 on the year. The highlights from the first half,
thank you, and we welcome everyone
one-sided.
back for
This one got out of
quarter
hand
number 3.
early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag if it's not already.
And the half will begin with a touchback. The Browns offense set to go to work to begin this 3rd quarter. And they're in the position they expected to be in. They've got the lead, home crowd behind them, and they're looking toward making that next step in these playoffs.
And I think a key for them is to put together some good, long, extended drives. Work the run in a little more with that big offensive line. I'm not saying get away from throwing the football. That's still working. But they run it more effectively, they may get even bigger plays in the passing game. As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Back to throw.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31.
Everything's been going right here in this one. This offense, they've been in complete control from the outset. And here's another big play. These kind of routes have been open all game long, and they continue to take advantage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Blake, and he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
And that's going to be another 1st down as the tackle made at the Jets' 17-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
They'll try the left side. Blake. Oh, what a move. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good 1st down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on 1st down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
2nd and 6. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
All right, let's give them a little bit of applause here. Good for them, because this has been a defensive nightmare for them thus far. At least they're finally getting a couple of big plays. Won't make the scoreboard of the ride home easier, but one good moment to watch in film next week.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Looking to throw. That is caught and able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a 1st down as well. They've gone to their fullback quite a bit. He'll get it again. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And again, they'll go right back to their fullback. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. And give him 2 yards officially, and now it'll be 3rd and goal. He'll drop to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
And the Jets are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
So it was a drive that had real promise here to begin the 3rd quarter, but ultimately derailed by the INT.
And that was the position you wanted to be in, coming out to start this 3rd quarter, get a nice drive going, looking for the end zone. Possibly got a little bit too greedy right there.
So here's the Jets offense now as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half.
And they just got a little help from their defense forcing the turnover. Now can they make that pay off in points?
They need to, partner. They're down on the scoreboard. Need to take advantage of those opportunities, and this is a good one right in front of them.
1st down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning it in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Now a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
44-yard punt, return of 9.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Now the Browns offense, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And the last time out, they had the good drive going. You get in the red zone, they throw the interception. Not their first pick of the game either, so we'll see if they're more careful, more cautious here on this drive.
Yeah, nothing worse than repeat mistakes, right? You end up coughing the ball up, you end up throwing a pick, everything goes awry, and now points don't go up on the board. I just heard a fan scream out, I thought the idea was to score points. Yeah, they're getting a little restless too.
2nd and 5. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. Call it a gain of 3 on the play. And now 2 yards to go on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them, and these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Now a play fake here on first down. He finds his man, complete. That's Carson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Back to throw again. And he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
2nd and 10 here as we sit in the 3rd quarter of this divisional round matchup.
Again, he'll drop to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Browns just continue to roll.
So, my man, another touchdown. They're looking like the #1 seed that they earned throughout the year. Looking pretty dominant right now.
We knew the road to the Super Bowl would run right through this stadium. Somebody's going to have to come in here and beat these guys. Good luck. I don't think it's happening this weekend.
No, definitely not this weekend. And for anyone else out there, bring your game.
Buyer beware. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
The Jets offense now works their way back onto the field.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
They'll set up to throw. And he's got his man on the out route.
And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
To about the 33-yard line.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. 1 quarter remains for the right to advance to the AFC title game. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. A couple of first downs, has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 34-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 34. And a throw right sideline is complete. Touchdown, Jets. A great play there. 34 yards.
And the Jets are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Well, CD, they just haven't had a whole lot to cheer about or really grasp onto in this game. They've been dominated, but at least they get a late touchdown here, something positive to put on film for tomorrow's session.
Yeah, they're still trying to execute, trying to get some positives on their board and ledger sheet and keep this from being a total loss. Give them credit. They're going down fighting.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Browns set and ready to go on offense.
And they have made this look easy. I mean, there's not supposed to be anything easy about the NFL playoffs, but this lead, yes, they're at home, but this has been impressive.
And we hear all the time when upsets happen, teams go on the road, that maybe home field advantage isn't all it's cracked up to be. But you and I both know the reality is teams really fight hard to get it. Why? You don't ever have to change routine. Everything's familiar going into the game. It makes things easier, and that has paid off for them in a big way in this contest.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
7 yards there and a first down.
Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
So from the 37, here's second down and 8.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Blake, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Jets will have solid field position here as they take over at their 45-yard line.
Partner, I think this one went awry very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that and often pay the price.
And the Jets set to take the field.
Their hopes of advancing past this divisional round hanging by a thread, if that, as they begin here with a 1st and 10 on the wrong side of the scoreboard.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down. They're going to look to throw. And he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Here's the Jets punter now, as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field.
And it would appear that that first-round bye certainly helped. They've looked fresh from the start and no letdown here as they lead big in this divisional round, and they look to book a spot in the conference championship. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play.
The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
They'll run on first down. Blake, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 33. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
There's a beautiful throw there, and he's been sensational the entire game, moving it around, spreading it, hitting the right guys. And look, under normal situations, partner, I would expect him to come out of the game now. They've got it in hand. But you and I have been around this league a long time, and every time we ask head coaches about it, hey, why don't you take your quarterback out when the game's in hand? They just kind of give us that look like that's what he's paid to do. So it's a very unusual situation. I'd want him out. They tend to leave him in.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Up the middle they go. It's Blake. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
And that's a great run, and this is where you've got a running back who feels like he needs to take over this football game. You're in the second half. You've got the lead. You're looking at moving on to the conference championship, and he's got to be saying, just keep giving me the ball, and I'll get us home.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete. 2nd and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line. A give to the fullback on the dive. And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning.
3rd and goal as they look to pour some more salt in the wound.
They'll drop to throw. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, up big here in the 4th quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
And New York set to take the field.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. How to approach this? 3rd down and 16 yards to go.
He'll look to throw.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. On first down, he'll drop to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Gregory. And that's good for a gain of 6, and that will bring up 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And they're moving on to the conference championship. How about this?
What a tremendous feeling to get to the game that can get you to the Super Bowl. A fantastic season. Unfortunately, for the other team, a tough, tough way for it to end.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. It's a win for the Browns, and they're happy in the dog pound as we say so long from Cleveland.